Jimmy, run us through the first of them.
Time to lock and load. 10 starters, under 17 women's 100, and 1 Camden's Sophie Latimer, 2 for Trinity Athletics, Clara Nordine, 3 for Balmain Athletics, Aleksandra Richards, 4. She was excellent in her heat. Sutherland Districts, Emily, watch for her. Angelina Winchell for Bankstown Sports in 5. Amy Watson Illawong in 6. Aleksandra Stoilova, Westfields in 7. Raymond Terraces, Ebony Newton in 8. Amber Xavier from Macquarie Hunter in 9. Lara Rhodes of Athletics East on the outside in 10. This is going to be a cracker. Under 17 women's 100. Away, good start on the inside there, Amy Watson, but Stoilova now going out. Lee's trying to go with her. It's Lee and Stoilova. Lee's starting to get over the top. Stoilova, is she going to come back? It's going to be time on the line. Lee's gets it. 11-8-3. We are 300ths outside the World Junior Qualifier, and these girls are only 16 years old. It's a minus 0.4. Brilliant. Brilliant for Emma Lee. That is the 100-metre final so far of these 2021 championships, and takes a huge victory over Stoilova. Let's have a look at the start. Stoilova got the jump on her, but Emma Lee, my goodness, did she get into her running. Here we go, 40 metres in now, and she just pours it on. Stoilova's strong all the way through, but Emma Lee, sensational. Sensational. And Stoilova's probably, what, 300 or 400 outside.
Here. This will be lane 9, or just get up for third there.
Amber Xavier, that's a big bronze for the Macquarie Hunter athlete as well, but 11-8-2.
I'll tell you what.
From UCS North's Aidan Jones in 1, Jasper Kane of Maitland 2, Ross Liam of Randwick Botany in 3, Rashid Kabba Westfields in 4, Peng Fei Zhao, watch for him in 5 from Hills, Sebastian Sultana, we saw him go quite well, and a quick start from him in the heats. Campbelltown goes in 6, Oliver Garrett from Armidale, very powerful athlete from up in the New England area, did very well at country champs from memory.
But here it is, down to 17, 100-metre final. They're right to go. Garrett was out pretty quickly for Armidale, so was Jones in 1 for North, but from Westfields, it's Kabba going strongest in the centre of the track. Kabba and Sultana, the front two, but Kabba too good for them. 10.74. Unofficial. Kabba from Westfields just got up ahead of Garrett of Armidale, I think, and it might have been Zhao back on the inside. We'll go back and have a look at the replay. Jones from Norths was actually pretty quickly away in the centre of the track. So Kabba quickly away for Westfields. Zhao just a little slow away on his inside. Jones was strong early on, but then faded a little bit late. But you can see by now Kabba's already well into his running, and the two really coming after him, Zhao and Garrett. Garrett's going to run his way into the silver medal position, and it'll be Zhao from Hills that gets the bronze medal, just ahead of Sultana and Kabba.
10.74 with a 1.2 tail. That's a huge run by Kabba, and he's just getting better and better each year as that goes on. The Westfields athlete out of the Dan Suchy coach squad, so brilliant there from Rashid. In 5 for Illawarra Blue Stars, Lauren Percival. 6 for Westfields goes Shola Adeniran. 7 for UTS North, Georgia Fickart. 8 for Athletics Wollongong, Eleanor Tozer. 9 for Athletics Wollongong, Kaylee Moore. And UTS North's Eliza Da Silva goes in 10. So, yeah, look, I think, again, Shola probably goes into this favourite, but 100 metres, absolutely anything can happen. This is the under-18 women's final. Way cleanly. Best of starts was Adeniran. Going well on the outside. Eleanor Tozer. Fickart's trying hard, but Shola Adeniran, she's getting into her running now. IBS is just... Lauren Percival's trying to go with her, but Shola gets it. 12-1-4. Too dominant, too strong. And she just ran away with the top. A very good second there. I think it was Lauren Percival of IBS. And Jessica Wardrobe for Sutherland will be very close to third, I think. But after Shola got the start, there it is. Couple of steps, and she's got a metre on the rest of the girls. She just took it from there. A nice comeback from Lauren Percival on her inside. She started to move through the field right at the end. And, well, this is going to be close for third. Speed on the outside from Eliza De Silva as well, but no. Jessica Wardrobe will hold on for third there. So Shola Adeniran Westfields takes the title. Lauren Percival from Illawarra Blue Stars second, and Jessica Wardrobe of Sutherland in third. This under-18 men's 100 final. We'll run through the start list. In 1 for Knox Grammar, Archer Saunders. In 2 for Cherrybrook, Joseph Aodi. 3 for Mounties, Zaya Caucus. 4 for Cherrybrook, Donovan Bradshaw. 5 for Westfields, Malikye Kessie. 6 from UTS North, Ethan Quintana. 7 from Westfields, Bryse Besters. 8 from Trinity Athletics, Will Moyer.
The under-18 men's 100-metre final. Quintana was way well for Norts. Kessie on his inside going very strongly as well on the far outside. Wilkinson's running well for Blue Mountains, but it's Kessie and Bradshaw. Bradshaw and Kessie, nothing in it. Going to be a photo. Kessie, I fancy, for Westfields, just ahead of Donovan Bradshaw. We'll have a look at the photo, but pretty confident Kessie got up for the win there. 10.90 unofficial with a plus 0.6 tail. We'll go back and have a look at it. They'll quickly away. And then we'll slow it down again as they come up to the end. But you can see that it was Kessie and Bradshaw in a class of their own. We're going to have a real good look for third here. Maybe the Trinity athlete. But Kessie definitely gets the win ahead of Bradshaw. And then there's going to be a real big dive here.
Yeah,
I'll call that. And then, geez, I reckon Will Moyer,
the high jumper. So
how's that for a dip? So it's with the Westfields athlete Besters.
The sensational junior sprinters and the dominance that we just saw with Westfields. We might actually bring Dan Suchy, the man himself behind those athletes, into the box for a bit of a chat and a bit of a analysis of what he thought about those hundreds, Dan. Again, the brilliance of New South Wales junior sprinting, not only from Westfields, but across the board, shown in the 17s, 18s, in particular in the 20s there.
Oh, you're right. It's just incredible. I mean, someone asked me, for example, in Rashid's race, what was going to happen, and I said, no, it's just too close to call. There's 4 or 5 guys that could win that race. And even in the men's under-18s and then the women's under-17s with Alex, it was just incredible. I mean, it's just great to see these athletes. You know, one wins one week, another wins the next week. The competitiveness is just incredible.
Rashid Kabba, we'll talk about him for a second. How far he's come over the last 12 months. 10.74 for him today. Surely you'd be happy with his progression over the last couple of races.
Yeah, the funny thing is he's only still 15. He turns 16 in October towards the end of the year.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where he's still good in other events. Like he's currently he's ranked number 2 in the world in the under-18s 110 hurdles. And it's so hard to specialise. I mean, the event that we've probably been neglecting has been the 200 because he's got to also do the long jump. But to see him pull that out today, that was... I still can't get my head around it because if I could be personal for a second as a coach, I had 5 in the under-18s and 17s, men's and women's, and I think we got 3 gold, a silver, and a 4th. And the boy that came 4th has never done athletics before. This is his first experience in athletics.
Was that Bryse Besters?
Bryse Besters
yes.
has never run in an athletics race until 2 months ago.
Brilliant.
I get tears running down my face. It's just incredible. I just can't get over it. They were all good. I spoke to Shola after the race. It wasn't a fast time. I mean, she's done a World Junior qualifier, and she said she felt good in the race, but it was just one of those races where the time didn't happen, But she's happy. Alex did a PB. She's happy. So,
Brilliant. Yeah, 11:89. So, I know we spoke to you, Aleksandra, and Shola at all schools in December. We've actually played a couple of clips from some other interviews that we did then a few months ago now. And Shola in particular is one who hasn't had the easiest run of late, and she just shows so much grit and determination to have such a great start and pull away. Yes, not the time that she wanted to, but just the dominance and the cool, calm and collectiveness that she showed during that final. Yeah,
I think she was probably a little bit hesitant. She didn't say this, but I don't know if you're aware, but at the Opens last week, she pulled out of the heat just before she was called under the blocks because she cramped in her calf, and that's one of the issues that she's been having for the last 2 years, shins and calves. So I think, like I said before, it's very rare that she gets through a full training session. Yeah.
Yep.
Can I just a quick mention to Malikye, because Malikye had a PB of 11:44 about 4 months ago, and to run a PB 10:92, I think it was, just
casual half second. That's one way to go in the sub 11s from 11:4.
Incredible,
brilliant. What's overall view of New South Wales sprinting at the moment from not only just the Athletics New South Wales Club, but a school level? What are your thoughts in terms of your decades of experience in the sport and how we're travelling at the moment?
It's funny. Talent attracts talent. I mean, years ago we got a couple of athletes by the name of Godwin Apoku-Mensah, and there was a couple of others and I'm just so nervous I can't think of their names. Dominic, they were starting to run these incredible times, running in I call it the 10-second club, and they tend to attract people to the squad, and it's that squad mentality where they support each other. I think it's just wonderful. Like I was trying to explain with the athletes in New South Wales, to be able to compete against the best in the country here in New South Wales is just such an advantage, and we've got such an incredible track. It is, I'll say it is the best track in Australia, and it's hands down. It just faces the wrong way sometimes, but we've been lucky with tailwinds.
Hey, that's why we've got marked out.
I know.
Backwards down.
Can I just congratulate Athletics New South Wales for looking after the athletes, because that's what it's all about, looking after the athletes.
5 cameras out for that Rowan Browning 100-yard national record attempt last weekend is probably less credit for the office and absolutely more credit for the officials that make it possible for us to administer and run these meets. So they're brilliant at what they do. And the post-moment that we saw last night with the Lightning, no dramas, will totally redo the timetable and making sure that everyone
And I thought it was a great decision. Everyone's expecting to turn up early in the morning, but they were given time off till Sunday. So great, well done. Yeah. Great decision.
Dan, thanks so much for your time and your thoughts, mate. It's been brilliant having you. Well done to Westfields and well done to your athletes.
Thank you, and good luck, Athletics New South Wales, for the rest of the weekend.
Thanks so much, Dan. Dan Suchy, coach of Westfields Sports, 3 golds and a silver. Not a bad little collection after those 17, 18s and 20s 100-metre finals. And we're continuing on with the women's triple. Matt, Dan, what a provider to the sport.
One of the great contributors, isn't he? Westfield's just doing a great job as well. They've been a fantastic feeder club and junior club for so many years. I think it was Danny Stevens,
sure, yeah, absolutely.
Westfield's student back in the day and representative.
You hear the passion coming out of Dan's voice as well. It's just when you we didn't have him on camera there, but when you see him talk, it's just passion overload, and that's really what we need. A few people like that, and we're in pretty good stead in New South Wales.
So some more warming up going on at the